Hey guys, so I decided to wait today until I was able to get my kids into bed. And I think I'm gonna actually start doing that from now on. I'm still trying to get the groove of things, but it's just always easier if my kids are not, kind of pawing at me or making noise in the background. So um I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This book is this video is going to be a big bookish video. I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit about the books that I've recently finished and what books I'm going to be reading and what's on my to be read list for 2019. So, for those of you who don't know, I have an Owlcrate subscription and I highly recommend it. I love it so much. I'm also really interested in Fairy Crate, although the shipping is so expensive that I don't think it would really be worth it. I did join a group on Facebook the other day called the Fairy Loot Buy, Swap, and Sell group. So I'm going to, look for items in there that I had wanted that didn't show up in Owlcrate boxes or anything like that. I wrote a big list of things that I'm in search of for from different bookish boxes. So I think I'm gonna actually post make a huge post of that in all the little bookish groups to see what I can find. But also, if you have any bookish items from Owlcrate or Fairy Loot or Unicorn Crate or whatever that you think I might like, I go for fantasy. So if you have anything that you don't want anymore and maybe you want to do a swap with me or sell it to me or whatever, let me know in the comments and we can set something up. So, okay. The first item is this book, Shadow of the Fox. I got this in my November Owlcrate and I started reading it in December and I just finished it the first week of March. That's an absurdly long time to get through a book that is only this thick, but it's just, I'm busy. I do all my dishwashing by hand, and I have laundry to do for a family and I've got little kids running around. So, it's tough. So first of all, I think it's pretty well written. It reminds me of an anime, and I think animes are almost always really great stories. I don't like watching anime because of the voices usually really annoy me, and also I just don't really like the art, but I love the storylines. So this was really nice for me to be able to read. It was really good. I actually found myself, I thought that I would be really intrigued by the main female character, which is a kitsune, which is a fox, kind of like a fox humanoid thing, person, like a spirit in a way, but human, and it's hard to explain, but they explain it in here. But she actually is not the person that I fell in love with in this book. The person in this book that I loved the most was Tatsume, and he is kind of like a samurai, kind of like a ninja, but it's like a shadow organization. It's very obscure. And oh my gosh, I loved his character so much. I kept wanting to hear more about him. I didn't really care about hearing about the other people. I wanted to hear more about him. And I think it's because he reminded me of my husband so much. So that's how I imagined him. Anyway, it's a really good book. But it was, for me, I had a hard time paying attention sometimes. I was easily distracted, and yeah, I have a lot of things going on around me, but it wasn't, I would not consider this one of those books where it's you can't put it down, this is one of those things where I wasn't finding myself obsessed and really, really hooked. I mean, it was good, it was enjoyable. Will I read it again? No. I will give it either to my husband or my son because they would both love this. And then there's another book, there's a second book in the series coming out soon. It does sound interesting because at the end, the epilogue sounded it was a good cliffhanger, and I was like, maybe I will read that. I think I'll just rent it though. I'm not gonna buy it. I'll just rent it from the library. But it is a good book, and if you like anime, you would love this. Okay, so then I read The Tea Dragon Society. This is so cute. This is a graphic novel that came in my March Owlcrate, and I've never read a graphic novel before, but I love the artwork in it. So cute. And it's about these little, oh my gosh, they're so cute. It's about this group of people who takes care of tea dragons, and it's all these different little dragon dragons, they grow like leaves kind of like in their antlers and hooves and stuff like that, and when you're grooming them, the waste, the trimmings, whatever off of them can be brewed to make tea, and it's all different. They're like here in the back, this was like my favorite part of the book. Here in the back they have all the most common tea dragons. See, for example, this is a ginger tea dragon right here. And this is peppermint tea dragon. That one is super cute. And it has like their sizes, their habits, you know, how to groom them and stuff. And we've got Earl Grey tea dragon right here. We got hibiscus, that's my favorite kind of tea. And this little dragon right here, the jasmine one, she is so cute. This is my favorite dragon, hands down, in the book. It's adorable. So yeah, it's a really interesting story. I love the artwork. It is very cute. And I would love to see some more of the little tea dragons. Like, I was just so intrigued by the little tea dragons. They're adorable, and my kids will love this. So I'm gonna give that to them. Then this King of Fools sampler, this came, I think this was the December Owlcrate. Like, sometimes in addition to a full book, you'll get like a little sampler or something. And by the way, there was also a full-size book in the March box. This was just like an extra item in the box. But sometimes you'll get a sampler, which is basically a chapter or two of a book. Yeah, just like one chapter of a book that'll be coming out soon. So this one is called King of Fools, and it is the second book in a series. The first one was called Ace of Shades, and I believe that had been in a past Owlcrate book and probably also in Fairy Loot, but I had not been a subscriber then at that point. So yeah, so I read this and I was a little lost at first, but and there's like two parts to this sampler. The first part of the sampler, it's is from the point of view of a character named Levi, and then in the second part of it is from the point of view of somebody named, I'm pronouncing it Enna. I could be saying it wrong though. Enne. And up until I got to the part about Enna, I was like, not my style. This doesn't sound like there's like not much fantasy in this. It was basically about like kind of like gambling and street gangs and stuff like that. And I'm just not interested in that, you know? But then when they got to the part about Enna, I started becoming very intrigued by her and by her friend, her like second in command in her little gang or whatever, Lola. Okay, so like that, they started getting more into talking about, you know, magic, you know, so there was more fantasy involved there. So I started getting drawn in, and they're talking about Enna used to be apparently an acrobat and dancer. So that's something I identified with. And so I'm actually thinking about, I'm going to rent this. I'm not going to buy it. I will rent this from the library. So yeah, I think this is good. If you're somebody who, you know, if you like things like politics, a little bit, you know, of adventure and mystery, suspense, thrills, then you would probably like this. Doesn't seem like there's much fantasy in it. It's very light. For me, I tend to like more fantasy, but that's okay. I think that I'm going to go ahead and rent King of Fools. I believe it comes out next month, April, I think. Yeah. So those were the things I read this month. And then the next book I'm going to be reading is Amber Dusk. I got this in my December, was it December? Yes, my December Owlcrate. And I think it is so beautiful looking. I'm not entirely sure like what I'm going to think about it, but I'm probably going to start this tonight, depending how tired I get. I still need to finish up some laundry. So other than that, I have a long list of books that I want to read in 2019. I'm going to skip any Owlcrate that is not fantasy, because that's, like I said, I'm like a Scrooge about books that are not fantasy. It's very rare that I like a book that isn't fantasy. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna skip any of the Owlcrates that are not fantasy. I might look for books, like I said, you know, in Owlcrate, Fairy Loot groups, or any others. Those are the two like bookish subscriptions that I can think of. I'm sure that there's others, but I'm just not very familiar with them. There's like a lot of like items that I've seen in the other books too. Like I really love the bookish items too that I've seen in a lot of the other boxes. I didn't join Owlcrate until July of last year. I skipped the August box, and I tried, oh yeah, I skipped the August box and the November box. But other than that, like if you have anything from before those, you know, if you have any fantasy books from there or bookish items that you think I would like, let me know in the comments and we'll find a way, so I can, you know, buy from you, swap or whatever. I'll tell you what I have to, so that, you know, maybe we can work out a deal. Okay, well, that's all I have for this video. Oh, you know what? I was gonna show you guys. I actually dyed my hair purple. I don't know if you guys noticed this in the last video. It's hard to see. It's so hard to see. You know what? I'm gonna have to show you on Sunday whenever I do my weekly video. Whenever it's, you know, I just recently washed it too, so it's still a little bit damp. But I'll show you whenever it's dry and in the sunlight. It is like really vivid, but it's hard to get it to show up on camera. And I love it. I am so happy to have purple hair. My husband said it really suits me. I've had my hair all different colors, blue, green, pink. No, green is the only one I haven't done. And I really want to do that sometime, but I'm like not sure that I can pull it off. It's crazy because green is my favorite color, but I just feel like I don't look good in green. So that stinks. But, and my birthday was a couple weeks ago, and I just, I was having to pay to like fix our car. I didn't really get to buy any birthday presents, but today we got paid again, and I was able to buy myself stuff for my birthday. I bought a ColourPop palette. It's called Good Sport palette. So I'm really excited for that. It's got like olive and like a gold. It's got a couple different purples like eggplant and plum, which those are just like right up my alley. I'm so excited to, you know, play around with that. And then I also got these bobby pins that have, it's by Gems and Bone Jewelry. I found them on Instagram, and it's like raw crystals, all different like colors too. Like, I forget the name of the stone. I think it's called like rainbow hematite or something like that, where it's like kind of like, if you like, it shifts. It's almost like iridescent. It's like dark but more like iridescent. So it's like you see like a shift of like purple, blue, green, and like gold. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I got a bunch of bobby pins with those stones at the end, so I'm going to like work on doing different things with my hair, because my hair is actually almost down to my butt, but it's gotten to the point now where it's like too heavy to really wear in a ponytail up here, because it starts hurting. It's like too heavy. So I'm trying to like learn different hairstyles, because I don't want to cut it. I really like having really long flowy hair, but I need to figure out different ways to decorate it and wear it out of my face, that sort of thing. And I also I'm really excited because this week I found out that there is this thing called a Harry Potter festival that apparently, I don't know how many years they've been doing this, but they have done it for at least a few. It's like near Salem. It's like between Salem and the New Hampshire border in Massachusetts. That's like 3 hours from me, which is, yeah, I mean, that's pretty far. But I think it's going to be worth it. It's at this castle, and it's called like Winnikenny Castle. And it looks like a castle, but it's like pretty small. I mean, it's like a normal house size, I guess, but it has like a castle look to it. And they have a Harry Potter festival there. And admission's only like $5 for kids, $10 for adults. I told my husband, I was like, we have to go. It's in May. It's in the last weekend of May. And I am so psyched for it. They have like a little like psychic tent where they have like a bunch of different psychics there. And I mean, I don't really believe in that stuff. I don't know if I believe in that stuff. I think some people are capable. I think some people are psychic, but I think most people who claim to be psychic are lying. I don't know. I don't trust most people who say that sort of thing. But, so I'm not going to be like paying to get like fortune told or anything like that. But, I think it is really interesting. And, they're going to have like food, you know, food vendors set up in like all these different shops and stuff. Like you can get like wands and stuff, different like clothing items, kind of like Harry Potter themed loosely, you know, because they got to be careful with the trademarks and stuff like that. But I was looking at the vendor list, and I'm just so stoked. And then like I found like all these other things in the area. It's so cool. On the East Coast of Massachusetts, there are a ton of fun things to do if you're into Harry Potter. Like I found a B&B, it's on Airbnb, and it's a Harry Potter themed experience. So like your room and your bathroom are Harry Potter themed, and then even at breakfast you have a traditional British breakfast, and she also, for like an extra fee, she'll teach you how to make soaps, and you get to take soaps with you. And then she also does like tarot card readings. I'm like, this is perfect, and it's only $70 a night. I mean, that's less than most hotels. So we're definitely going to stay there. I don't know if we're gonna stay there when we go to the Harry Potter festival, because one, I'm assuming it'll be booked, and also I think it's probably a drive. But you know, I'm not sure exactly how far in advance you have to book it out, but she's had like 200 guests, and they all gave her literally 199 guests, and all of them gave her 5-star reviews on Airbnb. So I'm definitely doing that. And then of course there's like all the cool witchy stuff to do in Salem. So yeah, we are so stoked to do that in May. And also this summer we're going to be going to Salem. We're going to be touring New York City, and we're just going to have a lot of fun, and I'm really excited. I don't know if you noticed this, here on this back wall, I've got like Harry Potter stuff. I love supporting artists from like Etsy or Instagram that I come across to make different Harry Potter memorabilia. So my dining room is Harry Potter themed. My living room is haunted house themed. My kitchen is like coffee and tea themed. My bedroom is celestial themed. The kids' room is like games, books, movies themed. My bathroom is steampunk, and it's like steampunk and skeletons. I don't know if those go together, but that's what it is. So yeah, I'm always looking for more like memorabilia and stuff like that. I'm gonna be putting up because you know, it wasn't long ago that I moved here, but I'm also gonna be putting up some shelves right here and putting some stuff in there, and I'm gonna put like a big old bookcase right there. And that's my baby, so that's my cue. All right, well, that's all for this video, but that's just what I've been up to this week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.